Well, we're back for race 2, 14 laps this time. This is A lobby. Just a reminder, everything will be back on YouTube later tonight, both A lobby and B lobbies, 2 races. Looks like everyone's readied up. Expect back take button now. Let's look at the grid. It's reverse top 10, so on pole will be Quickly, followed by SVR Bullet, then SVR Bradders, OTR McBobie, MRT Duel, then SVR Solar in 6th, 7th for Spectre, 8th for Renault, 9th for Barcode, 10th SVR Carried. 11th downwards was as they finished, so Anonymous will start 11th. It's a Fan in 12th, 13th for Darken, 14th for Redline, 15th for Turbo, 16th for Jonesy. Hopefully them two don't wait for each other the whole race. Might do themselves a favour. With that, I think everyone's ready. Let's just make sure Forza ain't gone into meltdown and done something ridiculous, which it ain't. So I think we can get going for race 2. A bit longer. Everyone is ready. I think we're going to start. Where should we start? We're going to start with Bradders in 3rd. See if we can send one down the inside early on Bullet and Quickly. So I wish them all good luck. We're at Virginia next week, so that's going to be even more interesting. There could be some deaths. Or they may live, I don't know. And off we go for race 2, 14 laps. Let's go on to game cameras. We see Bradders straight away making a move on Bullet. He's up to 2nd place. McMobie, a big dive down the inside. Just catches, he's up to 3rd. He's got a run on Bullet possibly as well. Bullet just comes across, gets off the grass. McMobie, Soda's gone a bit deep there. There's a little bit of contact. Jewel's been caught. Soda and Jewel are off. Rejoin. Getting a bit congested back there. Let's go back and have a look. Sorry, Bradders, I know you're probably going to make a move, but this is where it's happening. So Soda again gets caught up onto the grass. He's down in 12th. A big dive down into the hairpin from anyone. Turbo extends it down the inside, gets through on Jewel. Jewel fights back. Soda's got a good run on Dark on here. And further back, Jones is up to 14th. Redline 15th. Who's lost out at the back? It's Bullet. Bullet lost out a lot then. Who's 2nd on the grid, he's down in 16th. Unless he's had his lag spike again. Soda in a big old tussle with these grey OTR cars. Anonymous. Let's go further up for a minute. Let's go up to Renault in 6th. Started in 9th, up to 6th. Carried, I think. Is that carried up to 2nd? No, that's Bradders. What this has done is allowed Quickly get a bit of a lead. Bradders in 2nd, Spectre in 3rd, Barcode tucked in behind in 4th. This is Renault in 5th, we're on board with. A little bit of grass then. It's behind, there's Carried, race 1 winner. I'll keep on board with Renault because he's got a good view of Barcode, Spectre and Bradders going into the last corner. Oh, Renault might get a good run here. I think Spectre was caught a little bit surprised there. Barcode pit early. Bradders does, Barcode does as well. Anyone else diving in? McMobie and another car that's hit the tyres, he's in the pits. Let's go further. Let's go to Solar in 12th. Did he pit? He has. There's Barcode, Moby. Fair few have pitted. Let's go back up to Carried in 4th. In fact, I think we're going to go right slap bang in the middle of this little lot. Here's Anonymous. Jewel sticks it down the inside of Dark. Can he make that stick? Does just. Anonymous will have to check up. Darken sends it back, gets back through. Jewel's lost out to Anonymous. Jonesy may look to profit as well. Jonesy and Jewel side by side, come out to the hairpin. Jewel, I think we'll just hang on. Anonymous and Dark and touch. Jewel sends it down the inside, gets through. Jonesy's coming as well. Jonesy could get pinched off here. Stuck in behind Jewel. This is Anonymous we're on board with. Jonesy looking for a better race this time as standing inside. It's alongside Anonymous. Anonymous would have to run. Jonesy just gets through for 8th. It's a fan just behind in 10th. Carried and a little bit of a gap to Renault. It's on the grass. That might give Anonymous the run back now. We'll just stay here because I think this is quite a good little battle here between Jonesy and Anonymous. Quite equal on pace, I think. Nice and clean through there. Have a look up. Quickly still leading. While everyone else was fighting, he managed to get a bit of a lead. Back to Spectre, Renault. Quite close to Spectre now, last corner. End of lap 2. 14. Carried behind, who's in 5th? GTR Turbo. He's had a good start from 15th to 5th. On board with Renault. Behind is Carried and Turbo. Maybe catching quickly a little bit. Pair of them. Let's see what else we've got. Let's have a look what Turbo's doing in 5th. Bit of a gap up to Carried. Over about 6th is Dark and 7th is Jewel. These two have been having a good little ding dong. Jewel's going defensive, nicking the inside. Jewel will look to go round the outside. That's a good move from Jewel. He's pulled that off well. Good drive. Darken, I think, was a little bit too defensive then. Stuck his car on the inside. Jonesy may have a look as well. He's in 8th at the moment. And Jonesy behind Dark. Keep the ball with these two. So I'll just put in a just going to put this in. Jonesy's still over the back of Darken. Let's see what's going on elsewhere. Guys that are pretty spread out. Anonymous is down in 16th. Something's happened to him. 15th Bullet, 14th Solar, Bradders in 13th, 12th McMoby, 11th Barcode. They've all pitted. We're looking at Jonesy in 8th. Might try and stick it down. He gets a lot of good drive there. Jonesy lined him up and he's up into 7th. Barcode probably won't give this up. We'll go back up to 3rd place Renault. Anywhere. These two have caught quickly though, to be fair. Renault still looking at the back of Spectre, getting close to quickly. I think they're still behind quickly. I would both pit, use a bit of clean air, but they might come out in traffic as well. So, well, Renault sticking it down the inside, touch with Spectre, both survive. They're back Carried in 4th, just behind there. Turbo still in 5th, 6th is Jules, 7th Jonesy, 8th. Darken, 9th is It's a Fan, 10th Redline, 11th back have pitted. We're watching the battle for the lead. This is on board with RZM Renault. Looking about Spectre and OTR quickly. Not sure what's been going on in B and C lobby. Brushes the wall. I wonder if he'll dive in the pits. Spectre will. Renault stays out. Let's have a look what's going on further back. Looks to be a bit of a battle between Redline going on and It's a Fan. This is 9th and 10th. As you see, Redline does get through. It's a Fan. He might have a look back. Does. Oh, it's a late lunge there from It's a Fan. Gets through. Bit of contact. Back up. Renault now in front quickly. He was quite a way back. That's why I flicked off of him. But he's in front now. I've quickly made a mistake. Carried behind. He's catching up in third. As is Turbo in fourth. The top four. Fifth is Jewel with a bit of a gap back to Jonesy in sixth. Seventh is Darken. Eighth it's Van Knight's Redline. Spectre rejoined in 11th behind Barcode. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, they're pretty close. Moby, then Solar just behind. Solar's had no luck this round whatsoever. Again. Up to Carries. Let's see if he's catching up too quickly as well. Turbo was just behind there. A bit of a gap up to Carried, but Carried a much better line then. Just had to check up really, took it too good. And it cost him a little bit of time. Turbo's gaining in behind him. So there's a bit of a gap back to Jewel, Redline and It's a Fan. See what happens with them into the last corner. They start lap 6. The car in the pits. Not sure who. I know this guy won't tell me, it'll just lie. That lap at the minute is a 202.8 by GTR Turbo. Lap 6 of 14, half the field have pitted. I say half the field. Top, well yeah, exactly half the field quickly onto the grass. Now Carried may get the run now into the hairpin. He might have to go defensive here. Sticks it down the middle. Carried will have to use the outside, maybe try and switch back, which he does, but quickly he's just got his car parked there really. Not a lot Carried can do at the minute. Apart from get that close. Go around the outside again. Quickly misses his braking, so Carried may get a switch. He does. But Carried through to second. He's got Renault next to try and catch. And that ain't going to be easy. Still there in full fifth. Quickly he's completely missed his braking there. Go back to Jewel. Should have got through for fourth. Does so quickly, as quickly as I can say his name, has gone backwards. Let's go back to McMoby here in 12th. These guys have pitted. Turbo was the guy who pitted. He's come back out in front of McMoby behind Spectre and Barcode. Well, there is McMoby in one of 3 McDonald's liveries we've seen in this series. We can make a push into the final corner. A bit late on the brakes there. Turbo just hangs on. Kept his line. McMurray could do nothing about it. Solar's just in the background to catch. Well, Renault still leading. Bit of a gap back to Carried. Third is Jewel. Fourth quickly. Fifth is Jonesy. Looks like he's coming under a bit of pressure from Darken. Not really. 7th red line, 8th. It's a fan. Barcode and Solar. 9th and 10th both pitted. 11th is Turbo, 12th McMoby, 13th Solar. Let's go on board with Solar for a bit because he's now all over the back of McMoby. In another one of the McDonald's liveries. Is that I'm loving it on the rear spoiler? Well, I bet he ain't. So, get alongside Turbo, can't. Effectively half distance at the minute. It's the battle for 11th. GTR Turbo, GTR McMoby. 13th place, SVR Solar. Behind them, Branners in 14th, 15th for Bullet. Not too far behind. Anonymous. Definitely had an issue somewhere down in 16th. See if anyone else. Let's go up to Darken and Jones again, have a quick look. Close, but we want to stick on that battle with McMoby, Solar and Turbo. Probably sends it down the inside. Interesting place to try and overtake. He's lost that a bit of Solar, will get through, so he takes 12th. McMoby, a bit of drive, he'll tuck in behind Solar. Look for a bit of slipstream. Hill's out now. Battle of who's latest on the brakes. Moby, bit of a lunge. Solar runs a little bit wide. It's a bumpy corner that. And if the car starts to go, it just goes. It's not really getting it back. So Moby back up to 12th. Raiders just in the background now, 14th. Car in the pits. 2 cars in the pits. But we won't be able to work them out yet because Solar's, not Solar, Falls is just ridiculous for that. You can probably tell me that Solar's in the pits. The red line was one of them. Jonesy was the other. Supposedly. No, Jonesy's not in 12th, is it? Jonesy's in 14th. Back up to Solar again anyway. Lost a bit of ground to McMoby now. Just made Bradders and Bullet. Not too far behind either. Let's go and have a look elsewhere. Let's see what's going on. So Renault, RZM Renault is leading. We're on lap 8 of 14. So we've got the top 6 as it is have yet to pit. Renault is leading. RZM Renault. Second place is SVR Carried at the moment. Very original yellow Porsche. Third is MRT Dual. Driving well in 3rd place. A very bright red Porsche. Very chrome. Chromatic paint, whatever it's called. 4th place is OTR Quickly, who did lead for quite a while. But has been off a couple of times. Dual dives in the pits from 3rd place. 5th is OTR Dark, and then OTR It's a Fan currently in 6th place. Further back we've got Barcode in 7th, Spectre in 8th. Still trying to hang on to Barcode, who is leading the championship in a minute. Let's go 9th is Turbo, 10th but Moby, 11th Solar. Let's go back to Solar, it's getting pretty close. Let's see, just in front there, Dual. Nick's in the pits. Keeps it on the outside. So, Solar into another battle, this time with MRT Dual. Solar gets through. Dual's in a battle with McMoby and Bradder. So let's go back to Bullet. So you can see, in fact we won't, he's a little bit too far back. We're going to go on board with Bradders definitely. Got McMoby in front, then Dual, there's Solar front of these 4. McMoby's weaving all over the track there. Got to pick a lane there, mate. Pick a line and stick to it. Still here in 12th. I'd say that Jill, McMoby and Bradders are all pretty similar pace, so it's going to be difficult for any one of them to overtake each other, unless there's a mistake. Bullet just tucks in behind her in the background. Jonesy's in 14th. 15th Anonymous, Redline in 16th. I think these three have all had a bit of a moment somewhere. Jonesy was doing alright. He was back in 14th. Quite a way off this pack. Still, so we've just crossed, Renault's just crossed the line to start lap 10 of 14. The gap to Carried, then quite a big gap to Quickly, Darken, It's a Fan. Arco Spectre still pretty close. GTR Turbo, a bit of a gap on his own. He won't mind that though. And then we're looking at these four for 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th. Solar in 9th, 10th is Jewel, 11th McMoby, 12th is Bradders. Bullet not too far behind either in 13th. Until Renault and Carried pit, when they do, I think we're going to see a bit of a battle with them two and Spectre and Barcode. That's my prediction anyway. Back to was Redline down in 16th. He's had a difficult round. 14th for the 16th at the minute. Anonymous 15th and race 1 11th. Jonesy finished 16th for the 14th at the moment. Bradders can't really get any closer to McMoby. He has got closer to Jewel though. Solar's managed to pull away a little bit. Still a long way to go in this series, 8 rounds in total. We go to Virginia Fall next week before we hit Indianapolis Classic GP circuit, I think. We've still got Bathurst to do, Yas Marina in the dark, Road America, Road Atlanta, I think it's the rest of the calendar. Might be getting close to Jewel now. He's going to get enough of a run on Jewel now. 2 cars in the pits. Quickly he's in the pits. Let's see where... When's he going to get on the move? He's on the move now. It's a fan through. Let's see who else is coming. There's Barcode. Barcode's going to easily get through. There is Barcode. There's Spectre. Well, apparently Spectre's in the pits. So Carried out just in front of, we don't know, because apparently 7th was it's Turbo was just out in front of. Yep, so Carried out in front of Turbo. We have had 3 cars yet to pit. Ours are then Renault, Darken, and OTR. It's a Fan and Renault both went long in the first race. So I expect them to do it again, probably be on lap 13. Let's go up to McMoby in 10th from Jewel actually. There's McMoby, there's the gap up to Solar. He'll be looking to charge down Turbo in front of him. He exits the pits in 13th behind Bullet. Watching a ball with Jewel. Moby behind him. And there's Bradders, there's Bullet. Moby just loses the back end a little bit. That's cost him a bit of time. He will temporarily get away. Moby just seems to be really late on the brakes. Look around elsewhere, anything close. Renault's drove around for a long time on his own, which could help him here. Renault is quick, Renault. He doesn't pit, moves on to lap 12. But Moby behind him, Bradders, there's Bullet. Quickly, 14th Anonymous, 15th Redline. Jones has had another mistake down in 16th. So no one really close. Just got away, there's but Moby still in the background behind Jewel. lap 12 car in the pits. It's not carried. That's just ridiculous. It's not solar. So we'll just find out later. That'll do. With McMoby. Jewel runs wide. He's on the grass. Sam McMoby might get a run now. Jewel recovers. Plants the car on the 8. Jewel goes out wide, but there's a touch. Jewel is in the grass. That I feel is unfortunate for Jewel. He's peeled out wide, but Moby stuck it in there. Let's put Jewel down to 12th. He's now behind OTR quickly. Train of cars here. Let's see who's behind Jewel. Everyone close. Anonymous it is. It's a shame for Jules. I don't think he ran wide. Come back on. There wasn't a lot in that. And 2 corners later, he seemed to take a wide line. Maybe stuck it down the inside. Contact was made. Jules just seems to come off worse. Still really that close. Got up to Bradders in 9th. He's in a bit of a sandwich bullet behind McMoby in front. Still waiting for Renault to pit. It's a fan I think has pitted. The fan hasn't pitted. He hasn't pitted. He's getting caught by Barcode and Spectre who have. Renault will go in on the last lap. Looking at Bradders now in 9th. Got a win last week, Bradders at Silverstone. Moby can do Bradders can get up to 8th. Just tucks in behind but maybe a little bit of contact. Bradders may now stick it down the inside, does. Little bump and run that looked like there. There's Bradders up to 8th. I don't think that Moby will give this up. I can see a big old dive coming into turn 1. Quite, Bradders has got it covered. Bradders holds on. It's Jewel and quickly getting close out of turn 1. Jewel is in fact past quickly. He sends it back down the inside. Jewel will hang on, goes around the outside. Holds that well to be fair. Jewel now up to 11th. Bullets in 10th up there. 9th but Moby, 10th is Bradders. These 3 still at it. We're on lap 13. Someone's gone very wide. Not sure what's happened into the hairpin. It's a fan second. Barcode looks like Spectre lost out and is now coming under attack from Carried. He is. In theory, these two. Difficult to say if Renault's still leading. He hasn't pitted yet. Second is It's a Fan. He's not pitted. Barcode has pitted. Back up to Carried in 5th with Spectre. That's got a bit bigger. We're going to go on to Bullet in 10th. Towards the back of the line of 3 cars. Himself, McMoby and Bradders in 8th. Oh, McMoby's lost the rear end. Looks like he was sim switching there, so he's gone back to 10th. Moves red line up to 9th, who's gone onto the grass a bit. Lose a bit of ground to Bradders. Renault is in the pits. It's a fan I'm sure will go as well. Barcode is through. Renault is back on the move. Let's see where Barcode is. Renault is pretty much at the end of the pit lane. Here's Barcode now. He should just get him. Does. So Renault will rejoin in 2nd. 3rd is Spectre. He's got Carried right up his trumpet in 4th. We've got 5th place GTR Turbo Solar in 6th, not far behind from the final lap. Quite a bit far away. Bradders in 7th. 8th is Bullet. 9th but Moby. 10th Jewel. 11th quickly. Then back to 12th is It's a Fan. 13th Anonymous. 14th Darker and 15th Red like Jonesy. Quite a way back in 16th. Let's watch the little fight between Carried and Spectre. This is for a podium in A-Lobby. looking at the back of Spectre, I think Renault's going to get any sort of a moving barcode, who will pick up a 1-2 again, it looks like. So we'll hang on for a third, I think, carried there in 4th, 5th, he's Turbo 6th Solar. I think 6th and a 5th for Solar, I think it's a good recovery really. Considering we spent most of the race on the grass. Go back to Bullet and Bradders, 7th and 8th. Better drive for Redline. Well, at least his legs are held up today. Now you get the run out of Bradders out his right hander. Little lock up from Bradders. Redline can only, Bullet can only tuck in behind. Let's stay on board with these because I'm sure if Bullet's going to send one down the inside or hold it round the outside of Bradders, he's gaining slightly. Yeah, break that little bit early, can send it down the inside now. Bradders is back on the power as well. Bullet's got better drive though. I think Bullet gets through. Right, Bradders will probably hang on, does, and takes 7th. Apologies to Barcode who wins, and Renault finishes in 2nd, Spectre 3rd, 4th was carried, 5th for Turbo, 6th for Solar, 7th for Bullet, 8th for Bradders, 9th for Moby, 10th Jewel. It's a red line, he finishes in 14th, 15th for It's a Fan. Jonesy, well, it's probably a day to remember. Forget even. 9% engine damage. It's fair to say he's broke that car a little bit. Yeah, that car's a bit of a bad way. Well, it didn't sound healthy anyway. So that's the end of race 2. So let's go through the final results. Barcode does get the win. Renault picks up a 2nd, 3rd for Spectre, 4th for Carried, 5th for Turbo, 6th for Solar, who I've got to say has had some bad luck so far in this one. 7th for Bullet, 8th for Bradders, 9th for McMoby, 10th for Jewel, 11th for Quickly, Anonymous 12th, Darken 13th, Redlight 14th, 15th, It's a Fan, 16th for SVR Jonesy. Fastest lap for race 2 will go to Renault as well. Let's just get a couple of screenshots. On the whole, a good race. Difficult first laps. Generally is in this A lobby though. No one wants to give an inch, but everyone wants to take a mile. So that's that. So we move on to round 3 next week at Virginia. Thanks all for viewing. Check us out on Discord, Twitter and YouTube. Till then, catch you then. Hold on.